All right, hi everyone. So I was scrolling through YouTube and I was going I guess going through like the reels section and I saw this clip of Brett Cooper on some podcast. I guess this guy Chris Willix. I feel like I've heard of him. I don't know. And this is like a year old, but I don't know. Brett Cooper is like a favorite on this channel because I just find it easier to react to her. So I was like, okay, here's some good content. I guess we can use. So yeah, sorry it's a year old, but it's still relevant. I think we'll go through it.
So I also think for women, especially, they're setting these insane standards,
How so?
very superficial standards. I mean, you see it on social media. There was that whole trend of like, I want a guy in finance who's 6'5", blue eyes. Did you see that? She like wrote this whole song about it.
Yeah.
And it's a joke, but it's not because they have this image in their mind of what kind of guy they want. When you look at those numbers of the
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think having desires and trying to like flush them out is part of the human experience.
percentage for both men and women of men who are whatever height they want, make six figures plus, are single, are not overweight.
It's a rounding error. Yeah.
Yeah. And the same goes for women. If like if you want a woman who is not on the left, is not on any kind of antidepressants,
Wow.
not obese.
Yeah.
I mean, and again,
What? Okay, well, the left one I'm going to disagree with. I would be content with having a girlfriend on the left because I'm a leftist. So I guess that just means less competition for me, which is fine. Which on antidepressants, like, is the implication because they make you fat? Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, it's not. You wouldn't just be mad someone's on antidepressants for the sake, like, are you worried they're like too genetically unstable to have a kid with? Like, I don't even know what the implications of that one are.
tiny. Obviously, I'm not saying
Oh, not
have
obese.
no
Yeah, I guess that's
standards.
fine. That's fair enough.
The bar is, on the floor, but you also have to meet people where they are, and you also have to know what
Sounds like the bar's on the floor. What did she say? Meet people where they are.
on the floor, but you also have to meet people where they are, and you also have to know what you're bringing to the table. It's like, who is your equal partner in the dating marketplace?
Do you think that there's a case for settling in that case?
I don't think of it as settling. I
Sounds
think
like
of it as being, again, aware of what your options are and what you're bringing to the table. So I also think for women, especially.
Okay, so let's go back to that. That sounds like I think he's right. That sounds like settling. Like your equal partner, aware of what did she say?
No
she
standard.
used the term equal partner. And what else? What other term did she use?
The bar is, on the floor, but you also have to meet people where they are, and you also have to know what you're bringing to the table. It's like, who is your equal partner in the dating marketplace?
Do you think that there's a case for settling in that case?
I don't think of it as settling. I think of it as being, again, aware of what your options are and what you're bringing to the table.
Aware of what your options are and what you're bringing to the table. Okay, equal partner. Well, equal. Like any word that it could mean that could just mean whoever's saying it kind of has some leeway with what the implication of the word means. So like, what is equal? Who's defining equal? What is like? What? Well, I mean, obviously, what your options are and what you bring to the table. So if you're ugly, you have to settle for someone ugly. So that kind of just sounds like go fuck yourself because ugly is an inherently like negative term. So if you have to settle for something negative, that doesn't sound great. Yeah, well, this is just conservatism then. Like, a place for everything, everything in its place. Like, you can't complain. Your role in the hierarchy is justified. Like, the people over you deserve to be over you. The people under you deserve to be under you. You were born with what you deserve. Like, what? I mean, she doesn't even, like, oh, dude, I don't even know. Because, like, all of religion is just, like, some bullshit narrative about, like, why natural selection is fair. Like, what do they say? Like, religious people love to say like, oh, there's a person for everyone, some bullshit. Like, so, like, I don't know. So I don't even know like how she got to this point. Like, I don't. Yeah, you're just telling the people that is settling. Like, you're gonna be happy with what you can actualize, and you're gonna with your talents, and you're gonna like it. Like, what if you're just born ugly? Like then your talents weren't good enough. And I guess that's a critique of liberalism and like leftism too, because all leftist ideologies work backwards from like procreative freedom. Like you can't it has to be you have to just distribute resources better. It couldn't be you're just not capable and your prospects aren't great. So I guess that's fair. Like, yeah, so it sounds like she's saying you should settle, which is kind of lame because I don't know. Yeah, the world isn't like a place for everything in its place. I don't even know if social harmony is real. It's a lot of just balancing of power dynamics. All right, let's see what the comments are saying. I'm just scrolling. Comparing 6'5" and six figures to simply not obese and unmedicated is absolutely wild. Sign of the times. Maybe. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. I like how being it might be cut off for you guys, but it says I like how being realistic about who you can attract is considered settling. Those should be good. That's exactly your point. That's not settling, and if you feel it is, maybe you should take a good look at yourself first. What's even their starting point? Like, if you are with someone who doesn't match your own standard of health, fitness, and status, then you are settling. Yeah, like it's all like I mean, obviously it's transactional, but like maybe you should use that word. Like I don't know what like I like how being realistic about who you can attract is considered settling. Yeah, because you weren't born just able to attract anyone, dumbass. Like when, that is set like that. I wouldn't have consented to being in a voluntary association where like my prospects are like, you know, getting to pull less attractive women than someone else. I wouldn't have consented to being in association with someone who was better than me like that. Obviously, like because that shows like collectivism still submits itself to selective breeding, right? And the state is just an arm of enforcing selective breeding, I guess. Like, um, yeah, it is all right. She knows it's not. It is settling. Nothing wrong with wanting the best. Yeah, like, did just none of these people like have an imagination or the ability to think abstractly? They just see like they're just like, yep, that's the best. That's what currently exists. It couldn't like I don't even know. Because for me, it'd be like, if that's the best it is, I could just. It might be better to just be dead. But I guess for them, it's just like, nope. Perception is just this. Couldn't be anything else. I don't even know. Maybe. No, they're critiquing it. You dumbass. You're the clown. Yeah, all right. And in a way, it is. It's not ideal. It's excuse me. It's not your ideal. Just like people settle for a job, income, home, social life. It's why antidepressant manufacturers have such a huge market for everyone who feels like a failure when their unrealistic dreams are unfulfilled. This is the like most coherent thing I've heard in this entire comment section or video included. Like um yeah, like yeah, kind of. I don't yeah. Like they're real with themselves. Cuz all right, two things I have to say. First, conservatives love to believe they can just actualize anything. Like obviously they're against welfare and all that stuff cuz like you don't need you can just work hard. Like they're just so delusional about like their ability to their free will abilities. They think like they don't need society. You alone can do greatness. I don't know. Like so that's it. That's my first prescription. The other one I guess is like yeah, this is smart. Like just because you think like antidepressant manufacturers are gonna go away when we do leftism. Like you think people aren't going to be ugly under leftism? They're still going to be depressed because they're getting rejected for being ugly. So that sucks. Um, the confusion is just a function of the way human sexuality works. I don't know about that. We'll read on though. Men will sleep with women with whom they wouldn't dream of settling down. Yeah, sometimes. I don't, but less classy. Nah, that's not fair. Less. Um, I don't even know. People with lower standards than me. So these women get an inflated idea of who they can attract for marriage. Maybe this has been exacerbated by social media. Most of them eventually come around. The real problem is that they will always feel like they set out and harbor resentment towards their husband as a result. Yeah, that I see that with men more with women. Like men have because I think yeah I see that with men more than women because like men have to settle for someone like not that attractive sometimes because that's all they can do relative to other people. I guess other people got first dibs, and so like yeah, then it because that's like that's the problem here because it goes both ways. Like men will sleep with women who they wouldn't dream of settling down, get inflated idea of what they can attract from marriage. Well, maybe all of life can just be hookup culture. Like maybe marriage is the problem. Like if people are actualizing their desires better in like a you know without the social institution of marriage sounds like it's the hurdle here, right? Um, so you're entitled to your expectations based on the hard work you put in. If you want to win a Super Bowl while smoking and just playing casually, it's not having high ambitions. That's being delusional. Yeah, again, conservatives just I just believe hard work can always pay off, and you can actualize anything. Free will is unlimited or something. I don't even know. Well, they don't entirely believe that, but they believe it in convenient ways. But because again, like, what if you're like ugly and like, what are you gonna, your hard work's not really gonna mean anything, or you're like irreparably neurodivergent. Like I mean, that one's more easy to overcome, but you know, I I guess, man. Okay, well, he can go fuck himself. And what if his wife's ugly? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be too jealous. All right. We might be reaching the end of the interesting comments. It's not settling. It's being aware of what your options are. That's settling. I could have just not been born and not been disappointed and not just have to be disappointed all the time and live a life of discontent. I don't know. That just seems like a failure of imagination on your part. If antidepressants are the bar, it's a pretty low. What are the fucking problems with antidepressants? You people are like so. Yeah, real. Okay. Okay, here's a actual substantive critique of antidepressants. Yes, because drug resistance increased over time, and not to mention a horrible imbalance from side effects. Yeah, sure, whatever. All right. Thanks, guys. That was I don't know. That was something.